Okay, you know what I loved about this one? I definitely think this one could place, because if you look here, I love how they connect the Neapolitan.
I have my research done, and I don't know how to even do a hypothesis. What do we? I know what my problem is. Like, I want
I
to.
know what your problem is.
What do I do?
Okay, but not that problem. Okay, all right, so we need to look at the hypothesis, right?
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, take a deep breath. Stop being yourself.
Okay.
All right, now, the hypothesis, what format does that need to be in?
If then.
Correct. All right. And what follows if?
Not a
Which variable?
pronoun.
Oh, God, no. Oh, no,
No
no pronouns.
No.
Okay. Okay, what variable? What variable?
Independent.
If I, B, D, B, it's in the hypothesis. Yeah, okay. Then?
Then dependent, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, and then you need to have one of your constants in there, right? But guess what we're doing this year that we did different than last year? When you write your hypothesis, we're adding at the end because, and you're going to put what you learned through your research in there to really solidify this hypothesis into a solid state of matter.
Whew.
Okay, all right, so hypothesis, okay, we're going to do that with you in class tomorrow. Isn't that awesome?
That is.
Okay, so we are, Mrs. Diamond and I, we're working with the students with hypotheses, and this is what we're having them do on the back of your IBDB fun sheet that you got from the library, okay? All right, so as you can tell, Fuller, you've got to have your hypothesis on the board, and you also have to have it in your journal.
Does it have to be right here?
No, you can, that's a good question. You can put it anywhere you want on the board, okay? Anywhere. So if you want to put it over here, you can. But in the journal, though, that's a good question. In your journal, though, you decide where it's going to be. But once you do put it in your journal, you need to tell the judges where we're going to find it, which is on page 5, and they did a good job. Okay? All right, so are you okay on the hypothesis?
I think so.
Okay. Well, Mrs. Diamond's going to take you down to the next project because we want to show a variety of projects, and she's going to share
That's
materials
right.
and procedure.
All right, so you're ready to go, right?
Yeah.
All right, what are you doing?
Well, I'm taking some film and then I'm gonna soak it in Coke and coffee and Febreze.
So photography.
Yes, and then I
That is
develop
awesome. And you're gonna see what the differences are?
it. Yes.
I cannot wait. I bet you can't wait either.
I know. It just sounds so exciting.
I know. It is. That's a good one. That's a good one. All right. So what you're going to do is first, you're going to make a materials list because you don't want to forget anything, right?
Oh, of course not.
No, you do not want to forget anything at all. So when you make your materials list, you're going to have a materials list in the binder or in the journal and on the board.
Do we have to put it with bullets?
You have to put it with bullets. It makes it look a little organized, right? All right, so we
like
have
this
our
over there.
materials list. We have our materials list. Now we have to do our procedure. So you know a lot about how to do photography, right? You could probably do it in your sleep.
Not really, but I learned.
But you learned.
I did.
That's great. So other people, though, might not want to learn your way. So you have to provide directions on how you're going to conduct your experiment. So we call that the procedure. We're going to have our procedure on the board, and we're also going to have it in our journal according to the table of contents, okay? So make sure that if it's page 10 to 14, that's where the judges are going to find it. So we have our procedure, and it has to be, what kind of important parts of a procedure do you think?
Like the order, right?
The order, right. That would be probably the most important. Numerical order and number 1, starting with number 1, which would be gathering those materials. So while this is important, during your experiment, you're going to want to make sure that you take plenty of pictures to document that you actually did it. And because some people are visual learners, and they love seeing pictures of what you actually did. So while you're doing this experiment, you're going to have to fill out something we call the log. And Mrs. LaRue, she's going to help you with that log.
Come on over here.
Okay.
Okay. Now, The next thing you're gonna do. Are you excited? Are you
Yes,
pumped?
this is just getting.
Wasn't that funny? She said you had to take pictures, but then you're doing freaky photography.
Wait
a minute.
Wait.
Freaky?
Freaky. But with a PH.
Boom. I love
There's
it.
our title.
There's our title. Okay. Anyways, so daily log, right? The thing is when you start your experiment, not the days that you did your research, not the day that you formed your hypothesis. Okay? This is when you actually log what you did during your experiment, and it has to be handwritten. Okay? So dates are great, but if you see on this one, this was pretty cool. This is a great example. They actually did their experiment in one day. So what they did is they put the date that they actually did it, but then they put the times they did everything in the experiment, which is fabulous. But it must be handwritten because that's what the judges want to see, okay? Now, if you notice, it is in the actual journal, but however, it is not on the board, and it's not supposed to be on the board, okay? So that is very important that you realize that you have to have it in the journal and not on the board.
And from my 8th grade friends, they said that the daily log is super important. Like the judges like that. Like that can be a matter of first and last.
Oh my gosh, that's right. So if this is typed, it probably knocked you down to second or third place. So it's so important you handwrite it
And
because
if
it looks
and if
more.
it's
Guess
good-
what? Legit.
Oh, snap.
You know
Like
what
you
I'm
didn't
saying?
just copy and paste off of some science fair website.
Yeah, absolutely. It is so personal. It's so authentic.
Yeah, and if you only put like 2 things down, you like somebody in 8th grade named Caitlin too. That
Oh.
might not be good.
Yeah, she's a piece of work. Okay, anyways, let's not get the drama started already. That's next video. All right, come here.
Okay.
Now this one here, they have a daily log, okay? And I'm having trouble finding it. See how wonderful the table of contents is here? Daily log, page 9. It is page 9. Oh, gee, dang it. I don't see a 9.
Before.
Okay.
So make sure you put your page numbers.
Yeah, so you're seeing, this is what judges would be doing. This would be like, you are so second place. Okay, so these students, they actually did it by day. And I know you're going to do yours by day because I know photography takes time.
Yeah, and don't just do it the week before science fairs.
Oh my gosh,
Because you have to go and get it developed.
So true. Okay.
Probably not the best idea for that photography.
Yeah, like,
Or for your project itself.
or any project, because it's not fun.
Yeah,
You get
waiting
yelled at.
till last minute, definitely not first place.
Definitely not. Okay, so in class, you finish your research. We're going to cover the hypothesis tomorrow. And then we're going to start on the actual data table.
Yes, the data table. So we're going to make the data table in class before you guys even go out and do your experiment because you have to have
you can't
something.
start. I'm telling you, you can't start unless
Don't
you have this
start
done.
yet. Because if you do, where are you going to put all your data? And will it be organized so that you remember what's what? So we're going to create your data table.
What? Okay.
All right, so we're going to create your data table in class. It's going to look slightly different than this, but it's somewhat, but this is the data table. This is a completed data table. So they have their trials, they found their average, and they have their dependent variable. Since they already did that, it's going to be filled in, but yours will not be until your experiment. And then they have their IVs on their data table. You'll find it in the journal and on the board. That's very important to forget or to remember. Okay.
And so you
So,
do 3
don't
and you
forget
find
it.
the average, right?
Yes, you do 3 trials, Caitlin. Why? Why do you have to do that?
Well, I mean, if you just do one, what if that's just a really special one?
Yeah, you could have just really screwed the first one up.
And then you think that that's what the rest of them are like.
Yeah, so that's not good. So we do 3 trials minimum, and if you can do more, we encourage you to do more trials than even that. And then you find the average. Do you remember how to find the average?
You add all 3, and then you divide by 3.
Good. So if you have 3 trials, then you'll add all 3 trials together, and then you'll divide it by the number 3. Awesome.
See how easy that is?
It's so
Yeah.
easy, and we can help you with that too.
Okay, so I want you to come on over. Here's another example of the results. This is a great one. Real quick, IV always goes on the left, DV always goes on the right hand side, okay? So the IV goes here on the left, the DV goes on the right, and then that's where you come up with your average here, okay? And make sure you don't forget your units, okay? All right, so you're at the point, okay, I'm cranked, I'm excited, I got my my data table, I am pumped because Mrs. LaRue and Mrs. Diamond said we had to be totally married, eat, sleep, drink, and cuddle with this project until October 24th. So here, the last part we wanted to share with you guys, the chemistry of ice cream. This was wonderful because they thought of Neapolitan ice cream, strawberry, vanilla, chocolate, clever, right? And guess what? The chemistry of ice cream, okay? Now, over here, here's another great example to decorate your board, and you can decorate your board. Just want you to kind of have an idea of how you want to do it, and it does make it look nice when it's related to your topic. So bristle bots, I love how they had looks like here they had a path.
Almost like, you know, bristle bots, having a path, having a trail,
Like
or something to follow.
Racetrack they talk about.
Like a racetrack.
Oh my gosh, stop, I can't wait to see yours. Now, this one down here, what I loved about this one is because when I think of electricity, like, woo! That's exactly how electrons are. They're like, woo! They're like splatter paint. And that gives it a lot of energy, and it's so inviting for the judges to come in and go, wow, what is this one about, okay? But remember, the science behind the project is what sells it. First, you want to get the judges there. You want to suck them into the zone.
Hook them in.
You got to hook them in. And then you got to sell them on the actual content. So, I think we got a great start. How do you feel now?
You know, I feel ready. I feel like this could actually work.
Okay. All right, so do you feel like once we get you going on that, you'll be ready to...
I feel like I could win first.
I think it's possible.
So
But
number
I
one,
don't
right?
know, these
Yeah.
7th graders, man.
Yeah, about
8th grade.
I don't know that one 9th grade girl, but anyways, we'll talk about that next time. All right, well, as always make sure that you guys contact us by email, or you can call us on the paper that we sent home, and you will see another packet come to you. I'm grabbing it right now. This is coming home, and this also has everything that we've shown you in verb or in word form. So this last part here just tells you how Mrs. Diamond and I will grade your child. But there's other components that are needed as far as placing, and we'll be sending that home shortly too. So keep in touch. Thanks.
All right.